Super Tuesday, invented in well, it was probably on a Tuesday, right? I mean, if I had to guess. Also known as Soup 2. It's the day where a bunch of US states decided to band together and act like a nation for once and have their votes all at the same time, rather than having every state have their own election week like a bunch of assholes. Today I'm going to try, and fail, to explain how this American voting system works. However, don't get confused. This is not the real vote for the president. This is the pre-vote, the vote where they decide who they get to really vote for real later on, like a voting appetizer. So you vote twice to elect a president once? Sounds like some waste of time shit. What's the incubation period for an American president? Like 38 months? Here in Canada, they announce there's going to be an election. They have one debate where every party leader gives a quick summary about why they would fuck up the country the least. Everyone votes, and the whole thing is over in like a week. Whatever, though. So today is step 1583 on the 4356 step process to picking a president. And it's a big one. With so many states holding their primaries or caucuses at the same time, there's a lot up for grabs. You may be wondering, what's a primary? It's just a vote. You go into a little booth, pick your fave, put your vote in a ballot box, and then you go home. You may also be wondering, what's a caucus? Okay, I'll try to describe it as best I can as an outsider. The caucus system of voting was first concocted in Caucus, New Jersey, Caucus being an English derivation of the Algonquin word Caucus, which means place of snakes, which is very fitting given its connection to the political world. Anyway, during a caucus, you put a bunch of people in a room and you say, alright, if you want to vote for this guy, go stand in that corner. If you want this chick, go over there. If you want this guy, huddle around the Ouija board over there. The Ouija board is very important, don't forget about it, we'll get back to it. After everyone settles into their spot, the designated tally ticker walks around counting everyone up. At this point, you might think, oh, okay, it's just voting, but in states where they haven't invented writing yet. And you would be right, if the process was over at this point, but it's not. The tally ticker takes the vote count to the oracle, who communes with the spirits of democracy through the Ouija board. The spirits transfer to them visions of the future, revealing which candidates do not claim victory in any timeline. The oracle is then executed, for someone with that knowledge cannot be allowed to run free in this world. Once this is revealed, the voters currently standing in the physical location assigned to those candidates must relocate themselves to a viable candidate. Or don't. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. The tally ticker counts the vote totals of the second round and then brings them to the plebiscite pasha. Then, depending on how many viable candidates are left, the plebiscite pasha flips a 2, 3, or 4-sided coin to determine which candidate gets all the votes, and by votes I mean delegates. A delegate being a physical manifestation of your vote, which has its own free will and agenda and is just going to vote for whoever they want anyway. Happy Super Tuesday. Get out there and vote if your state does primaries, and if your state does caucuses, get out there and do whatever it is you do. And now I'd like to give a shout out to some of my patrons. Agrippa the Rippa, Eitz Kodal, Ann9, Ben, Cutright, Durkinator 90210, Disco Killa, Empress Mermaid, Magnum, Jigmaster G, Jimmy, JK4023, Johnny Joestar, Josh Stripe, Juice Goose, Kilogallon, Lord Hugenot, LRC Napkin, Maximilian, Mohammed, My Name is Kerr, Nars Koger, Nathan, Nick, Kura, Red Green 01, Rodrigo, Samo, Scott, Seva S. Bob, Stevie T Transmission, The 3195, and Thomas.